Welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero, where we are still in the Fort and still exploring in search of Dr. Günther. So, last time we fought Ernest, who turned into a demon. So I guess we're on the right path at least. They're trying to stop us? Level up, the others are close. T-Ral Balm. If you're looking for self-help books, there's one I recommend called Getting Over Barriers. It's located in the special support section. Curia Bomb, and just as this chest is hidden in a horrid place, so too is treasure hidden in each person, no matter how horrid they seem on the outside. That's deep chest. Shortcut? Shortcut. You know about something different. Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl, an extremely dense mass of packed earth, crushes everything with overwhelming power. In overcoming the barriers that lie before you, may you serve as a guide that others may overcome their own. Waizu, these sound familiar. Waizu, grotesque creature that uses powerful mirage arts. Its venomous fangs weaken foes. You've been demanding it, so here it is, the long-awaited sequel to Trails in the Chest Part 2. What do you mean the game's almost over? another save point. Does it mean we at the end or no? There's something missing. I remember something that's still missing. Next mini boss. Yeah. Garcia Rossi. So this is where I've been hiding. I was afraid of this. He appears to be brainwashed, just like the rest of the Mafia. Wow, this guy might be as big as Zing. He'd give us a run for our money. Former commanding officer of Zephyr and current manager of LoH & Co. I think his credentials speak for themselves. It doesn't seem like he's going to transform into a demon, though. But even so, we can't afford to let our guard down. Hey, Killing Bear. You might not be able to understand me, but I grant you your damn wish. No holding back anymore. Prepare to witness the power of a Red Reaper, son of a war god. Oh, he starts with a critical turn. Ain't that nice? LoH's underboss. He lost his will. Has a large build, but can attack swiftly. But not immune to delay and stat down. Yeah, I feared it. No way. Look out! He's changing into a demon! If someone as huge as this guy goes demon mode, we won't be able to take him. He'll be unstoppable. Hey, old man. You're supposed to be a veteran Jäger, aren't you? Why are you losing to this man? You might be with a mafia now, but you survived through the same blood-soaked hell as I did. So come on, show me your real strength. Randy? Randy, are you trying to... The miasma vanished. Is he back to normal? Glad to see you didn't lose yourself to it, killing bear. Look at you talking like you're some kind of big shot. Whatever. I think I might owe you my thanks. Joachim used Gnosis on you, didn't he? Yeah. Shot me full of his stuff. That bastard I knew was slimy from the moment I laid eyes on him. Damn it. He thinks he can do this to my man and get away with it? You can rest easy. We'll apprehend him. I'm sorry to say, but I doubt you and your subordinates will be able to avoid arrest. Can't say we don't deserve it after this sorry-ass display. That bastard should still be in there. Hey, son of a war god, and Lloyd, right? You guys might get on my nerves, but that guy pisses me right the hell off. Listen here. You will not lose to him. He out? Yeah, he's completely unconscious. He probably used every last bit of his energy to resist demonization. He might be with a mafia, but it seems he got a bit of a conscience. At the very least, I can respect him more than that greaseball Dawn. Agreed. Well said. Yeah, guess you're right. He's better than some. The true masterminds behind this case is just a little farther ahead. Considering how powerful Ernest and Garcia were, it's clear that he'll be an incredibly dangerous opponent. Everyone, are you ready? Of course! Yes! Always! You can count on us! We're with you. Alright. We will now commence the arrest of DG Cult High Priest Joachim Günther. Give it everything you got. So... we're nearing the finale? Hey, a fishing spot. No. Probably not. What is this place? An underground lake? Feels like this ruin just gets bigger and bigger. Everyone, over there! Yeah, where they kept Kia. That's the thing we saw in that photo of Kido. Now we finally know where that photo was taken. I think I remember a big, dark place. There's a light above me. It's pretty, but a little scary. She was trying to describe this place, wasn't she? Indeed she was. Joachim Günther. When did you show up? Just from a glance I can tell this guy isn't normal. Welcome. It's my honor to entertain such illustrious guests. Ladies and gentlemen from the Special Support Section, as well as the two rising stars of the Bracer Guild. Allow me to welcome you. Damn you. You look pretty calm considering you're about to kick your ass. Joachim Günther, I'm going to cut to the chase. Release everyone who's been brainwashed by Gnosis. Now. We may not know how you're doing it, but we're positive you are the one behind all of this. Sure, I'd be happy to. What? I told you my time is back at the IBC, didn't I? Hand over Lady Kia, and everything will come to an end. Oh, but look. Enough of your bullshit. We never hand her over. You looking for a fight, you bastard? You truly are the sickest individual to have ever existed. This guy got the same twisted personality as the professor. Yeah, but even Weissman wasn't this insane. Oh, what a shame. You're making this conversation harder than it needs be. Lady Kia has always been our divine child, the center of our humble organization. Is it so unreasonable that we would want the object of our worship back? Do you think we aren't aware of what happened 6 years ago? We will never let you have Kia, ever again. Tell us already. Tell us the truth about Kia. Her parents, her true identity. We have to know where she came from. Oh, you simple fools. You're still clinging to the misguided assumption that Lady Kia was born in this era. Huh? This era? Very well then. Divulging this information to those who haven't achieved wisdom would normally be prohibited. But allow me to provide enlightenment for you poor lost souls. Until just a month ago, the divine child was asleep. In that cradle you see resting at the top of the altar. And it was there that Lady Kia slept since this ruin was first created, 500 long years ago. What? That's not possible! You bastard, cut the bullshit! Surely you can't be that surprised. While modern technology cannot hope to achieve wonders like this, it's easily done with the gifts of the ancient Zamorians. 500 years ago, there lived a group of alchemists who gathered in this land, with the intent of studying artifacts. Records say that this very altar was built using their powerful technology. The same alchemist that constructed Stargazer's tower, I bet. I had no idea all these places were related to each other like this. As I said, Lady Kia has been slumbering since those ancient times. However, not even the highest ranking members of our order know of her true origins. That is the story of a divine child. I can't believe this. What the hell, man? I thought we'd be able to help Kia find her past together. Come now, what's with all the long faces? Lady Kia doesn't need the past. Because after all, soon she will take her rightful place as the true god. What did you say? God? You heard me. All of you need to open your eyes and see the truth of this world for what it is. Adius, the goddess of the sky? There's no such thing. Why can't you understand that her very existence is a fabrication created by the Septian Church? Have you lost your mind? I can't believe there are people who genuinely doubt the goddess. This is the truth that DG faithfully preaches. However, we are often misunderstood. You see, we don't worship devils at all. Quite the contrary, actually. We simply make use of the iconography because it's convenient in our fight to deny the very concept of this goddess. Fighting fire with fire, so to speak. You can't be serious! If that's really the truth, why did you do all those horrible things to me and all the other children? All of them. Their anguished screams never stopped echoing through the halls. And there were even worse lodges than the one I was in. Places where even more horrible things were done. So if you really aren't worshipping devils, then why? Why did you do all those things? Dear Plato, I remember you well. An Altair Lodge test subject whose superb sensory receptivity was almost miraculous. I'm truly fortunate to have been able to meet such a splendid test subject of ours like this. I guess this is a good time to ask then. What was the goal of all those inhuman rituals you performed 6 years ago? Goodness, you still haven't figured it out? I thought you were supposed to be a detective, Lord. Each and every one of those rituals served the higher purpose of enhancing Gnosis towards its final, perfected form. The willpower and hidden potential that blossomed when one is brought to their breaking point. That kind of data was a necessity if we wanted to perfect Gnosis. The reason we used children for our tests was simply because it ensured more accurate data. You see, test subjects that have yet to reach puberty are in various aspects... No! Enough! Have you no shame, you monster? Never thought I'd meet someone more screwed up than my family. Joachim Günther? Based on everything we've heard, you must have been the person responsible for organizing those experiments all over Zemuria, right? Precisely. However, our order never placed much importance on hierarchy. Because you see, we're all equals under our true god. To be honest, I don't give a crap about whatever your cult believes in. But you know about that place, don't you? Paradise? It was one of your lodges, wasn't it? Paradise. We saw that name before. It was mentioned in the black file. Oh, you know of its existence then? That particular lodge was created at the behest of the most powerful members of the order. They'd invite influential figures, cater to their most depraved fantasies, and use that as leverage for the order's benefit. Truth be told though, that lodge deviated from my research principles, which I did not appreciate. So it's true. Just like we thought. That answers another one of my questions. You lured Speaker Hartman to Paradise in order to coerce him into helping the cult, didn't you? That's it! There's our connection. I only began to truly understand what happened there after I poured over the results of every established lodge. After that aggravating operation 6 years ago, we nearly lost all of our precious lodges. Fortunately, we stumbled across the perfect backer for our cause. Speaker Hartman. Conveniently enough, he came with a nice bonus of a Russian Co. Everything's falling into place now. And you manipulated the Crossbell Guardian Force through the same connection, didn't you? Speaking of a Guardian Force, how do you even get them to take your crappy drug in the first place? Oh, that was simple. The CGF commander is Speaker Hartman's protege, so I have him in the palm of my hand as well. All I had to do was pass Gnosis off as a new supplement, developed at St. Ursula. It was a bit of a shock how easily he believed me though. Yeah, remember that. When we were talking around a while ago already, Miriel, Warrant Officer Miriel, she told us they had gotten delivered a new type of supplement from St. Ursula. That came from him. That was Gnosis. What a dumbass. How idiotic can one guy get? In regards to Paradise, there was one detail about its fall that was strange. Instead of being targeted by the same joint operation as the other lodges, it was destroyed by that secret society responsible for the incident in Liberal. Oh dear, just what were they thinking? Well, the destruction of Paradise only left me with one genuine regret. That being the loss of a young subject who demonstrated a remarkable level of adaptability. Oh, she was simply a marvel. Through harnessing Gnosis, she could absorb other subjects' personalities and manifest them in her own mind. The loss of that data was truly a tragedy. That's enough. We have what we came for. You can shut your disgusting mouth now. Sorry, Lloyd. We kind of took over your interrogation. It's fine. Thanks to your help, I was able to draw a lot of conclusions about the case. And now, I'm fully prepared to arrest him. High Priest Joachim Günther of a DG cult. In accordance with state law, you're hereby under arrest on the charges of assault, disturbing the peace, unlawful occupation of property, drug use, and child abuse. Telling you is only a formality, but we have both a search warrant and an arrest warrant signed and approved. If you know what's good for you, don't resist. Your lot are so intriguing. I have an idea. Why don't we make a wager? Which of us will be the ones to accomplish their goal? His hair! And is that some sort of orbital staff? Ah yes. This is my hair's true color. You see, as a result of repeated gnosis consumption, my body has been altered somewhat. Or perhaps I've simply gone grey due to not getting a wink of sleep the past several years. Hey, this ain't the time for jokes, you freak. You telling me you haven't slept for years? I see. That would explain how you were able to do all this while working full-time at the hospital. Oh, perhaps you're a better detective than I gave you credit for, Lloyd. As for your question, Theo, this stuff here is one of the orbital masterpieces created by the ancient alchemists of Crossbow. The power it holds outstrips even the most dangerous artifacts. This magical power allows me to command these creations as I please. Bastard! Avis! Archaisms from the Middle Ages created with the power of alchemy. Now, I believe it's time for our finale to get underway. Today will be a day to remember, a momentous occasion that will echo through history. The day that Lady Kia attains her true powers as a god, and all our desires are realized at long last. Enough with your illusions. We will never lose, not to the likes of you. So, Lloyd. Ragnar Agiel. Archaism from the Middle Ages that controls fire. Physical attacks are useless. So you are something else, man? No, this is also Ragnar Agiel. And Joachim. Are physical attacks useless against you? Not really. But you hurt. High Priest Joachim leads DG and renounces Adius, wields a magic device from the Middle Ages, uses dark arts. Ow. Sorry, Wendy. Sorry, Ellie. Alright, no physical attacks. Kind of like Tio's Thunder Beam, what he uses there. Alright, wer was that? Don't have a target, so it doesn't work. Pick a strength buff. Again. Terribly funny. So, that was Dr. Günther? Probably not. We did it! Looks like we won that little wager of yours. Throw aside your weapon and get on the ground. I'll have to decline. Let me tell you something, Special Support Section. Gnosis doesn't just enhance the user's physical strength and capabilities. It also heightens their sensory receptivity, unlocking humanity's true hidden potential. When used correctly, anything can be achieved. What? The hell is this? What, the space around us? But how? Joshua, isn't this exactly like Weissman's evil eye? That should be impossible. The two of you have had quite the adventure over the last 2 years, haven't you? Ah, the Liebe arc. And Phantasma, was it? How does he know that? It's like he's looking into our memories. No way. Is he using them to recreate the professor's ability? Weissman, huh? From the looks of it, we would have gotten along quite well. How interesting. I wasn't expecting this amount of intel on Ouroboros. Such a treasure trove of information will keep me entertained for quite some time to come. I can't believe this. Now, I think it's safe to say I am in fact the victor of our wager. As for my prize, I think I'll have each of you take some gnosis for yourselves. Before long, you'll fall in line with the rest of those under my command. And then, Lady Kia will be glad to return here, where she truly belongs. You bastard! This was your plan all along. The reason you lured us here? Well, of course. What other use would I have for imbeciles such as yourselves? Everything I've done, I have done for Lady Kia's sake. What other reason could I possibly need? Damn you! If you already have this much power, why are you so obsessed with Kia? Oh? Even if she was born 500 years ago like you say, that doesn't change the fact that she's an ordinary little girl, does it? What does someone with so much power want with a girl like Kia? That's right. Good question. Didn't I answer that already? Lady Kia is destined to become the true god. That you compare my power to that of Lady Kia's only shows your ignorance. No, rather, perhaps I should say that the comparison in and of itself is absurd. Stop talking in riddles, jackass. Man, this guy may as well be Weissman's little brother or something. Fine, then answer me this instead. What led to Kia being moved to the Schwarze Auktion? That's true. We still haven't figured that out. The Mafia had no idea how she got there either. I've got another question for you. Were you the one who killed my brother, Guy Bennings? Oh, that's it. It all makes sense now.
そうだったのか。なるほど。
Two brothers,
二人きりの
10 years apart in age.
年の差は10近く。兄の殉職
After the older brother fell in the line of duty, the younger left Crossbow only to return years later. What a stunning plot twist! I had no idea you were related to that nuisance. So you don't deny it then? I admit he came close to uncovering my true identity during his investigation. Guy Bennings was such a distraction, I had no choice but to ask LoH to silence him. Permanently. But some other faction killed our poor detective before LoH could do the job. 3 years ago, Marconi tried to spin the story like they did it, bragging about how much I owed him. But Garcia denied it, so I doubted that was the case. That's exactly what I thought too. Because I know my brother would have never lost to the likes of you. A bold claim. And as for how Kia came to be at the auction, I think that was also something that didn't go according to your plan. After all, there's no way you'd willingly lose sight of your god. I have to agree. It would be illogical. It's true that on that day Lady Kia finally awoke from a long slumber. However, by the time I became aware of it, she was nowhere to be seen. Initially I thought she might have lost her way and wandered to the surface. And accidentally got herself locked in a doll trunk that was headed for the auction? That's ridiculous. You and I both know it would never happen. Further, Heiyu was tipped off about Kia's presence at the auction. In other words, while you may be the mastermind behind this case, there's a staggering amount of things you simply don't know. You tell him, Lloyd! Amazing work, Lloyd. You're really putting those detective skills of yours to work. What's your point? As soon as Lady Kia returns to me, none of these questions will matter. Then what about Gnosis? That's supposed to be a true wisdom? I've had enough of your jokes. All you're doing right now is peering into people's memories and copying things that aren't yours. And that drug of yours is no different. The drug you created through your sick experiments? It's the result of sloppy trial and error, of torturing and killing innocent children over and over. Tell me, where's the wisdom in that? Curse you! Calling it wisdom is a disgrace to the word itself. Vile might be a better description of the acts you've committed. Man, I really never thought I'd be saying this, but I'm starting to think Weissman actually had more of a moral center than this piece of work. Yeah, I know what you mean. And now? You're trying to force your worthless delusions onto Kia. A girl as bright as sunshine itself, the light of our lives. She's grown more precious to us than you'd ever know. And we'll never let someone like you near her ever again. Impossible. Lloyd? We can move. The barriers are gone. He's overcome the barriers. In the end, his evil eye was nothing more than a pale imitation of a real thing. And as soon as he loses focus, he falters. It seems he hasn't quite perfected that ability after all. And Lloyd's burning spirit was enough to smash it to pieces. Joachim Günther, we've seen through every masquerade you've set up. No matter what more you may have up your sleeve, nothing is going to stop us. Surrender now. You're right. I suppose you leave me no choice. Huh? Hey, what are you mumbling about? I didn't think I'd be forced to use my trump card, but here we are. Okay, but I make a cut here, and we continue this next time. Until next time, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.